All right, everybody, welcome back to Battle of Bunker Hill 2018. I am the Pharaoh Fantabulous, the CAC, hailing from Providence, Rhode Island, but here today in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, for our second of the WFTDA sanctioned bouts here at Battle of Bunker Hill. We're going to have Penn Jersey She-Devils taking on Central New York Nightmares. And to give you a rundown as we're getting close to game time here, here's a rundown of the roster for Central New York's Nightmares. Number 3, Sinful. Number 302, Mama Menace. Number 13, Slay West. Number 19, Dead Time Story. Number 21, Foxy Moneybags. Number 2112, Hit Girl. Number 24, Rex. Number 253, Shist and Giggles. Number 315, Connie Vict. Number 36, Farmer Slaughter. Number 4, White Lie. Number 42, Hotcakes. Number 47, Captain Kirky. Number 5, 6, 8, 9, Gunshot. And skating for Penn Jersey She-Devils. Number 0, Glitz and Slam. Number 80, Danny Longlegger. Number 1000, Shell Shock. Number 1313, Marlon Munster. Number 17, Booty Vicious. Number 28, Reanimator. Number 3000, Monster. Number 36, Trouble. Number 39, Bomber. Number 4, Strawberry Tough Cake. Number 4415, Pop Tart. Number 45, Ruby Bruise Day. Number 52, Stella Threat. Number 789, Sneaky Spice. Number 91, D's. And number 99, Anita Body Bag. Of course, there are more on their roster that will be skating in other bouts this wonderful weekend here in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. And you can always reach out to us in Twitter universe at the hashtag it's talk, the number 2, BOBH. That's TALK2, as in the number 2, BOBH. Feel free to send any questions, comments, insults, or anything along the ways. We're going to be having a great time here. If you're just joining us, we just had Twin State, the Upper Valley Vixens, take on Hartford area. Twin State took the win at the end, 243 to 174. And now we are finally gathering together. We're about to kick things off here. Danny DeLonger against Foxy Moneybags. I have right here, perfect. And kicking things off, Central New York's Foxy Moneybags takes the lead, jam. Kicking things off at about 2 points picked up by Foxy Moneybags. Give a quick shout out to our awesome manager of production here. That'd be Rancor. Without him, we'd not be able to give you these awesome visuals and this awesome sound here. Hit Girl going up against Reanimator of the She-Devils. Hit Girl going through that inside is going to pick up the big lead jam quickly on her tail. Reanimator number 28 for the She-Devils. Back moved on to turn number 3. And they're going to take off. Oh, collision right to the inside goes Hit Girl. And quickly called off. That is actually going to be a scoreless jam. Didn't look like the hips passed any of their opponents when Hit Girl called that one off. And now Hotcakes is going to be jamming for the Nightmares. Sneaky Spice for George Devils, and that is their first lead jam. Sneaky Spice being very sneaky, getting through that pack. Pack now pulling back into turn number 2 into the straightaway, and Sneaky Spice getting knocked out of bounds. That was by number 1-3, Slay West, quickly calling that one off. Able to pick up, it looks like 2 points, and gonna tie this up 2-2. And already Pack Reform getting right back into a jam number 3 coming up. Excuse me, jam number 4 coming up. And it's going to be Foxy Moneybags going skate to skate against Trouble. Second jam for Foxy Moneybags. Taking the lead last time and putting those first 2 points up on the board. And it looks like it's going to be Trouble. Oh, yep, Trouble giving the sign for that lead jam, but still in the pack. Foxy Moneybags already out of it. The entire arena's screaming for Trouble to call it. And she finally does. And that is going to be another scoreless jam, 2-2. Very close as Foxy was just about to re-enter the pack. And it is pretty loud, and got a lot of awesome fans here, especially for the She Devils. A lot of fans wearing the red Devil Snuggies that look exceptionally warm on this rather chilly day here up in New England. Which means it's probably going to be hot, hot summer by tomorrow. And now Hit Girl back out for the Nightmares. This time Danny Longlegger for the She Devils. Wonderful engagement by the She Devils. Really hitting Hit Girl with her own muscle right back. But Danny Longlegger actually able to sweep around. Nightmares will take the third lead for the She Devils. And now there's a star pass on the Nightmare going to Slay West, one of the captains for this bout in particular for the Nightmares. Danny Longlegger quickly going to call that one off, but picking up 3 points. Lead change, the first one here. And that is going to make it 2-5 in favor of the She Devils. I want to give actually a special shout out to the officiating so far. The first 3 bouts already at Battle of Bunker Hill. Very well done. The officials doing a great job, especially Rhea Colbert has been fantastic and wrangling in and making sure all the right calls are going out and the right points are assessed. And now we have Reanimator taking the lead for the She Devils. Hotcake still trying to work her way through the pack, getting recycled back, stashing the star, and trying to push her way through. Now stuck on the outside into a tripod of She Devils. Still hasn't gotten through the pack initially. Reanimator trying to make her way out, push that pack all the way into turn number 3. Pack is spread out half a track. And we're getting a clockwise block call, and that's going to go on the pivot. Number 4, White Lie. And with that, we get a grand slam for the She Devils. Already back in the mix, Reanimator. Hotcake still trying to battle her way through. And it looks like still stashing that star. The sliding around the outside, that is now going to make a 10-point jam for Reanimator, bringing up 2-15. And now we're getting a forearm call going on a blocker for the She Devils. Pack advantage going in favor of the Nightmares. The Reanimator just cruises on through, and that is now a 15-point jam. And now we have our star pass, and that looks like, I believe that's number 4, White Lie. looks like, yes, we have another 3 more points put up. What a change from 2 to 5. Now it's 6 to 23. Penn Jersey pushing out, having a huge lead already now as we're getting into jam number 7 here. And that's going to bring out Foxy once again for the Nightmares. Sneaky Spice for the She-Devils. Both of these jammers picking up a lead jam apiece. And now it's going to go in favor of the Nightmares. Foxy already lapping on through, working her initial pass. Sneaky Spice is trying to swim her way through the pack of Nightmares. And we're getting multiplayer block calls. We're getting forearms. It looks like 2 of the Nightmares going to the box. And that's going to give an opportunity for Sneaky Spice to finally work out of the pack into the initial pass. But already Foxy knocked to the infield, still able to pick up, looks like a full 5 points. So they're going to fire back with a grand slam of their own, bringing it 11 to 23. 21 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in our first half of bout number 4 today. If you just joined us, we already had the Hooligans taking out Toronto's Outrage and Mass Mail, having a fantabulous bout. That was against the Quad Fathers, who were successful in that one. But right now, Hit Girl for the Nightmare in lead jam, ahead of Trouble. No, it looks like they're going to give it no trouble. Looked like she actually got the lead jam on that one. Was lapped by Hit Girl. Going to call that off. That is going to be scoreless jam number 2. And now Hotcake's going to wear the star for the Nightmares. Danny Longlegger for the She-Devils. And Danny Longlegger is going to take the lead jam. And Karen out of the pack is Hotcakes as well. Pack now pulling back. Danny Longlegger crashing into Slay West. Goes down on the infield, having to recycle back. But it looks like there's a track cut call on Hotcakes. That is going to be a power jam for the She-Devils. And with that, that is going to be a 5-point pick up, bringing it 11-28. Preston, looks like number 3000 Monster was given a hand trying to break up that pack. Giving Dan Lowing the opportunity to sneak through and put up now a full 10-point jam. Gonna call that off, and looks like we're gonna have a power start in favor of the She-Devils. Now it is 11 to 33. Nice 10-point jam once again picked up by Danny Longlegger, bringing it 18 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in our first half. A lot of great stuff here, including some of our awesome awesome Derby-owned shops in the area, including Unicycle Turtle with the amazing Goldie Gloves is here providing a variety of heat-pressed goods. And you can make your own koozie, and I want a heat pressing of my cat's face on one. But in the meantime, right now, Foxy Moneybags taking lead jam for the Nightmares. Ray Animator for Jersey Devils finally able to get through the pack. Pack is pretty split up. We got more blockers heading to the box. Only 2 blockers right now out for the She-Devils. So Foxy goes out, quickly calls that one off. No, of course, no points picked up by the Penn Jersey She Devils here. And it looks like they're only going to assess 3 points going to be given. Actually, it looks like they're going to pick up a whole 5 on that one. They put 16-33. Hit Girl out there against Sneaky Spice. Hit Girl getting recycled back, still behind the jammer line, taking that star, stashing it away. Sneaky Spice already coming back in. Going to try to drill her way through. Yep, that is a star pass. That is going to go to Slay West, but to no avail. They're going to pick up 3 additional points going to the She Devils, bringing it now 16-36. Another awesome shop that we have, only going to be here today, but they are 365 for you via the internet, and that is turn2skateshop.com, owned and operated by Kissy Kicks of Rock Coast Rollers. That's out of Portland, Maine. What's cool about it is Turn2 sponsor leagues. You can get your own league sponsored, so you can receive product discounts just by emailing to turn2twosskate@gmail.com. And take a lead, Jim. Now we got trouble on behalf of the She Devils. Foxy out there for the Nightmares. Still wrapped up in the pack, and it looks like we're going to have another star pass. Yep, and that's going to go to White Lie now. But in the meantime, 4 additional points picked up by Trouble. Who's going to call that one? Takes the 4, slams the door, bringing it 16-40. 50 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in our first half. And Nightmare's going to start with a pack advantage of 5-4 on this one. And Danny Longlegger going to go skate to skate against Hit Girl. Hit Girl get knocked to the infield, recycling back against again. Danny Longlegger escapes the back, taking another lead jam on jam number 13 here. Let's see right now, Hit Girl is trying to get her way through. Yeah, and that looked like number 1,000 Shell Shock, who is going to go to the box. Blocking out of play. Just as Hit Girl was just engaging the pack, Danny Longlegger calls it up and was able to still pick up 2 points. Danny Longlegger with 4 points, 2 going to Hit Girl. And that's going to bring it up 18-44 for the She Devils. Now coming on down to 14 minutes, 28 seconds here. Again, pack advantage going once again to the Nightmares. And as always, when it comes down to halftime, when we come back for the second half, we'll have a penalty outlook. See how that's been shaping up this game. White Lie taking lead jam for the Nightmares. Reanimator trying to press her way through on the outside. And she ends up still within the pack itself. Already White Lie re-engaged in. And now we have a full house on the flat track. Penalty box cleared out. White Lie giving a little bit of bump there to one of the She Devil blockers, and it's going to pick up a grand slam of 5 points for the Nightmares. Reanimator finally let go from the pack. White Lie is catching an eye of Reanimator there, going to call that off, but still able to pick up an additional point on that, bringing it now 24-44. It looks like Nightmare's picking up points on the last 2 jams, holding off the She Devils from scoring anything further. And now Foxy back out there for the Nightmare. Sneaky Spice. Spice getting recycled back. Foxy out of the pack. Pack is still not even entered into turn number 1. Just rides the outside line, keeps her toe stops in. Pack moves the catch up around Foxy, envelops her. She gets a good little bump. And that was Pop-Tart giving a couple of hits in on Foxy. Spice finally out of the pack. So is Foxy giving that call. And picking up the 4 points. And looks like there is a block going in the box for the She-Devils on a cut track. And now we have a timeout call by the She-Devils. Once again, this is the CAC, the Pharaoh Fantabulous here at Fitchburg at the Wallace Civic Center for Battle of Bunker Hill 2018. The infamous haunting spot for the infamous Bob H. And join us. You can join us on Twitter. Hashtag talk2 BOBH. That's talk2BOBH. And now we got one. Drink blood smoke. Whoa. almost went on with what was written on Twitter there, but I can say shout out from the kiddo and baby Wyatt watching from home. She-Devils getting love on the internet and also here with some fans all in their red gear. As we're drawing our time out here, just want to let you know that there's a lot of great action coming up. Right after this bout here is going to be game number 5 around 5 o'clock. It's going to be the Hooligans taking on the Quadfathers. Then getting closed out the day with Mass Maelstrom going up against Toronto's men's roller derby. A nice mix of MRDA and WFTDA sanctioned bouts this weekend here at Bunker Hill. Now, I don't know about you folks, but if you tuned in earlier, you might have heard Oso Blanco and I playing a little game, a game I like to call What Bar, started by some friends of mine, OSW Review Podcast, where they look at someone's attire or uniform and see what kind of candy it reminds them of. And when I look at the She-Devils here in the red and black with a white trim, I think of traditional Pop Rocks. Score is 29-44 in favor of the She-Devils. 11 minutes, 55 seconds. Hit Girl jamming for the Nightmares. Once again, getting recycled back. Trouble trying to make her way through. Now it's a broken up tripod. Now it's a twofer of the Nightmares. And sneaking around is Hit Girl. Trouble, though, right on her tail. Pack now holding up at turn number 3. And the pack is racing. Everyone is moving. The jammers are chasing Hit Girl, trying to sneak her way through the inside. Will call that after she gets gently glided to the infield by 1313 Mole and Munster. And slowly but surely, Nightmares now catching back up 32-44. And now jam number 17 begins. 10 minutes, 47 seconds remaining. Hotcakes now jamming for the Nightmares. Danny Longlegger, who's been having a fantastic bout so far, jamming for the She-Devils. Having quite a high percentage of leads. And with that, she finally is let go and will take the lead jam. Hotcakes getting spun to the outside of the track. Hotcakes able to get out of the pack. More She-Devils in and out of the box, rotating in and out. And with that, 4 points picked up by Danny Longlegger and 4 fired back by Hotcakes. Danny Longlegger runs into a wonderful pit tripod that she's able to crack her way through. Getting around number 19, Dead Time Story. They will put another 4 in. Hotcakes, who had initially had passed Danny Longlegger, pushed back. And now a rotating diamond into a nice tripod formation hold, and Hotcakes at bay. Danny Longlegger able to just walk her way through in that, or skate her way through, as I like to put it. Picks up a grand slam. And where the Nightmares are catching up, now the She-Devils are pushing that score a little further away. So far, 57-30, 16. Longlegger with another 5 points. And that is going to wrap up this part of the jam right here. And the damage has definitely been done here. Looks like the Nightmares only able to pick up about 5 points, bringing to 37. She-Devils, Danny Longlegger shooting up from 44 to 62 points, bringing 37-62, 8 minutes, 22 seconds. And it looks like this is going to be a power start. There was a penalty called on Hotcakes just before the whistle blew. Power jam in favor of the She-Devils, and that is Ray Animator. Nightmare setting up their tripod as they're about to be joined by their 4th blocker, currently being held at bay. And now the penalty box is cleared out. Ray Animator glided out to the outside, recycling fully back. And that was by number 13, Slay West. And we got a forearm call, and that is going to go on Ray Animator. So now we have a power jam flipping back over. This one's going to go to the Nightmares. Hotcakes with that star stash, trying to reach her pivot. Trying to reach Slay West. Hotcakes able to wrap her way around that pack. Now working the initial pass, putting the star back on. Ray now standing in the penalty box. Scoring opportunity for Hotcakes, who gets knocked out of bounds by Mullen Monster. Ray Animator now back and re-engaged to the pack of the Nightmares. Almost found an opening on the inside. Hotcakes getting worked over. The pack is now spreading pretty far, so they will have to let her go. And with that, Hotcakes is going to pick up 5 for the Nightmares. Ray Animator also with 5 as well. Winding on down, 6 minutes, 4 seconds. 67-42. Just lean into it. Hashtag Go She-Devils on the Twitterverse. Amazing footwork by Foxy Moneybags. She's going to get a no pass, no penalty, going out of bounds a little bit there. But starting to catch up right now. Sneaky Spice on behalf of She-Devils. Both in the mix of the pack on turn number 4. And Sneaky Spice looks like she has lapped around Foxy and picked up 4 points. And fired back Foxy throws 4 for herself, washing this one out. And Sneaky just glides through on the inside, picks up another 4, and quickly calls it off, bringing 46-71. Oh, they just finally updated the scoreboard. It's actually 46-75. Once again, in favor of the She-Devils. Once they took that lead change at about the 5th jam into this, they've held on. They've really pushed that score. Nightmares tried to catch up. And then all it takes is just a simple power jam just to change things around. She-Devils pushed that deficit a little further away. Been holding it roughly between 30 to 25 points. Hit Girl now jamming for the Nightmares. Trouble for the She-Devils. And with that, Trouble will take the lead jam. Hit Girl finally out of the pack right now. Trouble. Pack was pretty split up there. It was an easy slide through in the middle all the way through the inside. Going to pick up 4 points, bringing it 46-79, 3 minutes, 38 seconds to go in our first half. Also, you guys aren't here to be part of the awesome raffles because it's not just little things to give it away. We actually have a couple of breweries in the local area, Wachusett Brewery and Treehouse Brewery, putting together brewery baskets for our raffles. So I'd definitely like to check it out. If you like craft beer, definitely check out Wachusett Brewery and Treehouse Brewery, both sponsors here at Battle of Bunker Hill 2018. Foxy back up wearing the star, but Danny Longlegger once again fires straight out of the pack. Gonna pick up the big LJ. Jersey with a wonderful rotating tripod. And with that, they gave the opportunity for Danny Longlegger to sweep through and pick up a full 5 in the sky. And Foxy having one heck of a time. Finally had to be let go. Wonderful defensive play by Ruby Bruceday. And Dan Longlegger comes through, picks up another 4. It's a 9-point jammer. And with that being called, it looks like they're going to pick up a couple of more points. Also, 4 in favor of the Nightmares is about 48-88. And now we are hitting that 2-minute mark as we're winding down our first half of this bout. And again, when we come back from halftime, we'll have a recap of the penalty and scoring between both of these teams. Get a tail of the tape to see what's going to happen, or what has happened in our first half, and what we might be able to see here in the second half going in. And Ray Anime getting another lead jam, this one against Slay West, who's being recycled back. Right now, back advantage going to the She-Devils. It's a 4-3. And a lot of cycling in and out of the members of the Nightmares. Ray Anime putting up a 4, slamming the door. Putting that now 48-92, just 8 points shy of the century. And that's in 22 jams thus far. Once again, if you want to do any shout-outs, got any questions, always hit us up. Hashtag talk2, B-O-B-H, talk, the number 2, B-O-B-H. And with that, Hit Girl is going to fire out the outside of the pack, takes lead jam. Sneaky Spice starting to catch up. Pack moving pretty fast, now coming to the straightaway after turn 2. And we're on to our second chase. Hit Girl glides behind her teammates and will fire back with 4 points of her own, bringing it 52-92. And now we're getting to the last 10 seconds here, but it looks like an official review being called by the Nightmares. And once we have that information, once we get that information up here, we'll let you know what the review is all about. But again, a lot of fantastic action thus far. We got another 2 more bouts just today alone. Philadelphia Hooligans against the Quad Fathers, and then Mass Maelstrom against Toronto's Outrage. As we're working our way through an official review being called by the Nightmares, officials gather together. And I never like to assume, but based on just the foot traffic down there, they might have just used that as a timeout to burn. Not seeing any call being made. They are losing that official review, but we'll regain that back in the second half here. No regular timeouts used by either team. Both have used their official reviews in our first half. And with that, Foxy Moneybags able to stay inbounds even after taking a hit from D's. We'll take lead jam on our final jam of our first half, and we get a star pass. And this one is going to Bomber, number 39 of the She-Devils. And Bomber was just close of engaging that pack. Only a single point picked up by the Nightmares. That is going to bring it 53-92 as we're going into the half. Once again, Central New York Nightmares at 53 points. Penn Jersey She-Devils 92. We're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to have a quick recap about 2 minutes before we get into it. Give you guys some information on Tale of the Tape. Reach out to us, hashtag #TalkToBOBH. And we'll see you in a bit. All right, coming on back rather quick here. Actually, it was a very quick halftime. They cut down some of the time. Previous bout, we had an extended injury on the track, which, as always, we need to keep up time with the tournament. So we did shrink down the halftime a little bit. But just to give a kind of a roundup of what's going on, as we're looking at the penalty track itself, it actually looks like She Devils about 15 with the Nightmares 13. Very evenly spread out between direction of gameplay, forearms, out of play calls. Nothing really hanging too much on them. But with the Nightmares, 0-0-0-3 Sinful with 4 already. So she's just going to have to be a little bit more mindful of her gameplay as we're going into the second half. 53 for the Nightmares, 92 for the She Devils. And still, anything can change over. When it comes to the scoring itself, top scorers, of course, for the She Devils is Danny Longlegger, number 080, and also number 28, Ray Animator. And on the Nightmare side of things, we want to take, it's always fun to say, the Nightmare side of things. Number 2-1, Foxy Moneymags, and number 2-1-1-2, Hit Girl. Something about that combination of 2s and 1s are definitely in favor for the Nightmares. Once again, a lot of great action so far in the Battle of Bunker Hill 2018. Earlier bout we saw Twin State take over Hartford 243 to 174. And as always, a shout out to our master of production here, Rancor. Once again, always providing the excellent visuals. Doing double duty, both derby and production. That must mean he must be machine. But he's also very modest. And once again, a shout out also to one of the sponsors here at Battle of Bunker Hill 2018. They're only here today, but like I said, they're 365-day-a-year access to you. If you're looking to get a sponsor for your league and receive products at a discount, you can reach out to Turn 2, TWO Skates, Skate Shop. That's actually owned by Kissy Kicks of Rock Coast Rollers out in Portland, Maine. And it's always best to get the best gear from the people who know Derby well in and out. So if you're looking to shop, turn to skateshop.com or reach out turn2skate@gmail.com for sponsorship information. And speaking of top scorers, Danny Longlegger back out there to start the first jam of the second half, going up against Foxy Moneybags. And without delay, this pack moving along pretty quickly right now. Danny Longlegger tried to find that opening in the center, and Nightmare's able to wrap around again. A little boost, and there goes Foxy Moneybags of getting a little guide from Farmer Slaughter. Working that toe stops, falling a little bit to the inbound. Couldn't keep her balance quickly, gonna call that one, but are still able to pick up some points there. Looks like it's about 3 points on that one. And that is going to bring it about 56-92. And the crowd is still hot for this. Great action back and forth by both of these teams here. And once again, if you want to join us on the Twitter universe, that's hashtag talk, the number 2, BOVH, talk to BOVH. And now we get Jan and Ray Animator for the She Devils, Hit Girl for the Nightmares. And with that, Ray Animator will take the jam. Forearm call, that is going to go on Strawberry Tough Cake. Ray comes barreling in. And it looks like there's some confusion there. Yeah, it looks like there's a forearm call on Ray Animator. when she collided with, it looked like number 13, Slay West. That's going to be a power jam going in favor of the Nightmares. Already getting that grand slam is Hit Girl, bringing it up 61-92. Huge opportunity to capitalize and bring that deficit a little bit closer. Leaning on those toe stops. Hit Girl is going nowhere right now. And that is number 39, Bomber. And now the penalty box is cleared out. Ray Animator now back into the pack, locked in the tripod by the Nightmares. And Connie Vict was holding in that center, now came to join her team, but Ray Animator able to finally break through, and she's going to pull 4 of those points onto the board. And Ray Animator is on her tippy toes, goes her, oh, falls to the outside of turn number 1. Fires back another 4, Hit Girl with 5. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the She-Devils have now hit that century mark, is 66-100. Nice little 10-point pickup still by the Nightmares, nevertheless, closing that gap in, about 34-point deficit. Pack originally lined up on the pivot line, pulled themselves back. Foxy for the Nightmares, going to get the lead jam. Sneaky Splice finally finds an opening on the inside. Jersey to looking to reform a diamond in the front. Being broken up by Gunshot. And Foxy picks up an additional 2 more points. (68-100), 25 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Nightmares not counting themselves out of this bout, will keep it as close as possible. They said around the first half we saw a lot of fluctuation between 25 to 30 points spread between these teams. Hit Girl going out there for the Nightmares, trouble for the She-Devils. And it looks like Hit Girl is going to take the lead after getting pulled deep into the back of the pack, finally out again. Trouble trying to get her way around Sinful and Connie Vict. Sinful being smart, having to let her go. Hit Girl got fired into the infield by Dees, and I believe that was Molten Monster with her as well, so she was going to have to call that one off. Yeah, it looks like we're going to go scoreless on that one. No points picked up by the Nightmares, but another opportunity here. We start our 5th jam of the second half. Hotcakes for the Nightmares. Danny Longlegger for the She-Devils. Still no lead jam. Danny Longlegger able to finally get her way through. Gonna take the big finger up. Getting the big LJ. Hotcakes now out of the pack. That's pulled back into turn number 3. Danny Longlegger trying to find her way through the center around, what's it, number 19, Dead Time Story. Hotcakes knocked into the infield, recycling back. Danny Longlegger finally gets her way through and will put up 4. And not calling it just yet, being signaled by the bench to keep on skating. As they're going to lose a blocker to the box. 2 now for the She-Devils. They're now pack advantage to the Nightmares. Danny Longlegger still trying to stay on her toes and stay in this game. Yep, gunshot finally having to let her go as well, but slowed her down just a little bit. Hotcakes with that star stashed. Danny Longlegger again. Went down on a knee from right Y. Told by the official, yep, you're still inbound there, and that's going to be 4 points for you. Each team now with a blocker in the box, 4-on-4. Hotcakes goes into the infield. Jane Longlegger went down on a knee as well. Each team picking up some additional points. That one looks like about 3 for the Nightmares. 2 more added on to the score of the She Devils. Dan Longlegger fires back about 14 points that time. Bring it 114 and 75 going to the Nightmares. Both teams still having a single blocker in the box. And that's going to be Foxy jamming for the Nightmares. Ray Animator for the She Devils. And it looks like Foxy is going to come out on this one in control of this jam. Once again, both teams still 4-on-4 as they're both trading off blockers to the penalty box. Foxy locked up on turn number 2 there, calling it off, and that is going to be another scoreless jam. Getting down to the 20-minute mark. Again, shout out to Goldie Gloves here, who has her own Derby-owned heat pressing goods here. That's called Unicycle Turtle. They even have koozies. Like I said, I want a picture of my cat on one, but we'll see how that goes after this. But right now, Hit Girl on behalf of the Nightmares taking the big lead. Sneaky supposed to cycle back. Nice little tripod set up. Huge hit knocks down Monster, but she's able to get right back up. And 4 points picked up. Yeah, looks like 4 points is picked up by the Nightmares, bringing it 79-114. Nightmares starting with 2 in the box right now, so they got 2 blockers against a full 5 of the She Devils. Trouble now jamming for the red. Foxy back out there for the white. Foxy stays on her toes with a wobble, but it looks like, yeah, she got caught with a track cut. Take the pool signaling, yep, she went out of bounds a bit, so that is going to be power jam for Trouble. Trouble gets the LJ in control of the board. The rest of Nightmare's blockers are released from the box, but separated immediately by Penn Jersey. And finally, Slay West having to let go of Trouble. Getting a grand slam, bringing it to 119.79. Foxy finally standing in the box. Jersey originally getting ready. But now number 36. Trouble still trying to dig her way through. who's being assisted by Strawberry Tough Cake. Pack getting scattered within itself. Trouble finally through. It's going to pick up an additional 5. That is a 10-point jam. And it looks like she's going to ride this clock out. 6 seconds left to end the jam the clock. Foxy finally able to get past that pack, but unfortunately there was no initial pass, so she's going to pick up 0 on that. Another 3 going to Trouble. That's going to bring it 79-127. And now the pack moved all the way up to the pivot line. We saw this earlier today, used quite extensively with the hooligans and against the Toronto Outrage. White Lie now is going to be jamming for the Nightmares. Dane Longleger back out and back in the saddle again, stashing that star. Already White Lie is out with the lead. And we're getting a multiplayer block haul that is going to go on the Nightmares. White Lie hops through the pack. As they say, picks up that 4 and slams that door. 83-127, 16 minutes, 31 seconds to go. Pack advance now leaning to the She-Devils, 4-on-3. That's going to be Ray Animator. Skate to skate against Hit Girl. Ray Animator able to get around Dead Time Story. Hit Girl easily able to escape the pack as well. And look at that, uncontested. Ray Animator on the outside, untouched. Fires back their own 4 points back at the Nightmares. Very fast-paced back and forth of this bout here between Penn Jersey versus Central New York. Once again, no actual timeouts used thus far from either team. Both teams, they did have an official review by Jersey. Unfortunately, we were unable to get that official review, but we do know that they did lose it. Nightmares burned theirs for a timeout. So they are fully stacked, both these teams. Sneaky Spice takes lead over Foxy. Engages the pack quickly. Calling for Foxy was just about to catch up. And that's going to be 3 points added to their score, 83-134. White Lie once again donning the star for the Nightmares. Trouble on behalf of Jersey. With the loudest roar you could hear up here, White Lie pushes her way through. Trouble trying to get her way around the tripod of the Nightmares, being anchored by Slay West, along with Connie Vick and Dead Time Story. And yep, that was out of play contact, so that means that's going to be Slay West going to the box. But Trouble finally got through. White Lie was getting bounced back and forth. Only able to pick up 3 points on that, but quickly shutting down Trouble before she could reach the pack. 86-134, 13 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in our second half of this bout. Both teams down a block of the box, so both teams setting up their tripods, pulling back to the jammer line. That's going to be Danny Longlegger for the She-Devils, Hit Girl for the Nightmares. And both those jammers actually threw pretty easy right as they approach turn number 2. A little JVJ. Hit Girl is able, wow, to knock Danny Longlegger out of bounds. And she's going to force that call. That is going to be scoreless jam. Once again, just like the previous jam, each team with a blocker in the box. This time, Nightmares pushing their tripod towards the pivot line, pulling back only just a little bit. Reanimator gets knocked out of bounds, having to recycle back. Foxy almost had an opening. A wonderful defense by the She-Devils, reforming their pack around her. And Ray is almost through. Yep, and a little bit of JVJ again. This time with Foxy. But Ray's not going to call it. She's going to try to catch up. No, she's going to call it now. That was 2 for 2. Almost, it was like a mirror of the previous jam. Both starting 4-on-4. Both with lead jam going to the She-Devils. And both times, white jammer pushing red jammer out of bounds and forcing a call off. Score still remaining 86-134. We're getting down to the 11-minute mark. And that's going to be sneaky. Spice trying to press her way through. Will take that. The main meat of the pack still has yet to pass that pivot line. With White Lion wearing the star, well, I'm sorry, White Lie wearing the star. And looks like that's a forearm call going on. Pivot for Jersey. And now a clockwise block call on Ben Jersey. And another, that's 3 blockers for Ben Jersey to the box. 3 blockers. White Lie finally through. And now we're getting a multiplayer block, this one going on the Nightmares. There's just whistles everywhere, but White Lie through, sneaky Spice through. But where White Lie picks up 4, Sneaky Spice picks up a full 5 for that full lap around. That was a very penalty-heavy jam for both teams. More so for Jersey. Both these teams are going to start with a pair of blockers to the box. And so right there, only 4 points picked up by the Nightmares, bringing them to 90. A 5-point jam fired back by the She-Devils, bringing them to 139. Trouble out for the She-Devils. Hit Girl out for the Nightmares. And they're awarding lead jam to Hit Girl. Pack moving at a pretty fast pace. Trouble initially trying to come around. Connie Victor turned around and almost looked a little bit surprised by her behind her. Taking a hard hit, goes Trouble, pounces back up. But Hit Girl now is meeting that pack. Getting a little stiff hit from Pop-Tart. And right now officials checking in just to make sure they get the right number of points awarded to the Nightmares. And it's only going to be 1 for Hit Girl. So it's only going to be a 1-point jam there, bringing it now at 91-139. We're now hitting the 8-minute mark. Danny Longlegs back out. Pack has moved all the way up to that pivot line yet again, giving these jammers a little space for momentum. Foxy out there wearing the star for the Nightmares. In the back of the pack, Danny was able to tippy-toe on her toe stops around the turn number 2. Oh, and Foxy with a little leap of the apex there to escape the pack. Danny now colliding with Sinful. Found a little bit of a safe distance, enough to call that one off and pick up a full 4. And as we're about to start jam number 18 of our second half here, again hitting about that 7-minute mark to go. Back advantage leaning towards the She-Devils, with 1 in the box for the Nightmares. And that's going to be Ray Animator, now engaged into the Nightmares. They had a stiff tripod, but had to break that up a bit, trying to bridge that pack. Ray Animator escapes through. White Lie on her tail out of the pack as well. Ray choosing to go on the outside, getting engaged with Gunshot, and gets a solid 4, but White Lie fires back too. And now again we have 3 blockers for the She-Devils in the box. And more cycling in and out for the Red. Going points for points here. White Lie be able to pick up another 4 for the Nightmares, bring him down to the 99-point mark. And it looks like we're going to have a power jam. There's a quick flash of that call. Did not quite see what that penalty was on Ray Animator. But this is going to be a power jam opportunity for White Lie, and they break that century mark, 104 to 147. And again, the She-Devils just cycling in and out of the box, 1 blocker for another. White Lie out. No pass, no penalty. Able to pick up 4 points instead of the 5. Ray Animator back out, fires another 4 back, 108 to 151. We are now under the 5-minute mark. And the whistle has been blown. And it looks like we have a timeout call, and that is going to go Central New York Nightmares. So once again, we are now past that little century mark there for the Nightmares, 112 to 151. 4 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in our bout. And coming up for the 5 o'clock bout, which is game number 5, the Philadelphia Hooligans will be taking on the Quad Fathers. And I'll be back up here on the stream once again, being joined by Oso Blanco Fabuloso, and that will be a little bit more energetic, because he always tickles me, and not in that kind of way. Keep your mind out of the gutter. Now you can leave your mind in the gutter. It's perfectly fine. But a big shout out once again to one of our other sponsors here. It's actually a sponsor, another skater sponsor, but it's not a shop. It's actually a source of food, a source of carbs, and that is Bagel Haven in Mashpee, Massachusetts. That's actually owned by Jamie Lee Hurtis from my league, Providence Roller Derby. We'd like to thank Jamie Lee Hurtis for your generous donation, fueling our officials, including me, because I like sticking bagels in my face, especially with the creamy, cheesy, creamy. But you can check them out on Facebook at Bagel Haven Cape Cod. And we're back into jam number 19. Hit Girl for the Nightmare. Sneaky Spice for the She-Devils. Hit Girl holding that lead jam. Spice right on her tail. And she's calling for the pack to race and break up some of the... Oh, wow. One heck of a hit right to number 99, Anita Body Bag. Anita was able to escape, but you can tell that rocked her pretty heavy. Calling it off, another 2 points. And now another timeout being called by Nightmares. Back-to-back timeouts. Trying to regroup, regain. Able to pick up a couple of points again on that last jam. Also, another shout out to a couple other sponsors we have that are giving away supplies for our raffles here. You got O'Neill Cinemas giving out movie passes. And I'm sure the winner of that is going to be heading out next week to go see Deadpool 2. If not, they are no longer my friend, whoever that would be. And also Central Rock Gym. Thank you for your donations to our raffle here. Once again, come up at 5 o'clock Central. I'm sorry, 5 Central. 5 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to have the Hooligans against the Quad Fowlers at 7 o'clock. Maelstrom going up against Toronto. Timeout has wrapped up. We have a full house on the flat track. Penalty box cleared out at 4 minutes, 3 seconds to go, and our game number 5. Foxy for the Nightmares. Trouble for the She-Devils. Pat crushed in, but now as it breaks up, Foxy is out. Trouble on her tail as well. Almost the same like mirror match we saw at the last jam as well. This time Foxy telling her team to go break up some of that pack. She-Devil staying a little bit ahead. Official double check in, and looks like this one's going to be 3 points they're putting up on the board. And this time a third timeout being called. All 3 timeouts in a row by the Nightmares. Just using them up while they got them. Now it's at the 3-minute 14 mark. 117 to 151. With triple back-to-back timeouts called by the Nightmares, leaving them with just their official review. She-Devils have all their timeouts and their official review to use if they choose to do so. Once again, a big shout out to all our awesome volunteers here at the Wallace Civic Center in Fitchburg, Massachusetts for Battle of Bunker Hill 2018. And right after this, between our bouts, I will continue my investigation to figure out who this mysterious Bob H is that's been haunting us for years at Battle of Bunker Hill. Bob H, you will be revealed. Oh yes, you will be revealed. And now White Lie is going to be going up against Danny Longlegger. Danny Longlegger now breaks out. She's going to take lead for this with White Lie on her tail. Penalty box still cleared out. Full flat track. Pack was waiting for them. Turn number 2. Oh, turn number 1, excuse me. After plowing through it, Danny Longlegger is going to pick up 4 points. White Lie also fires back 4. Pack pulled up again. Nightmare in the back. The She-Devils up in the front. Danny Longlegger almost goes completely uncontested. Gets another 4. Just sweeps through. White Lie finds an opening on the inside as well. making it look like a casual skate in the park for both of these jammers. Danny Longleger now finally being held at bay. White Lie almost got through the pack, pushed to the outside, pulls back in, but it looks like track cut on White Lie. This is power jam for the She-Devils. We're under the 2-minute mark. Danny Longleger now going to stack those points up. She-Devils doing a great job, a great sweep to the inside, breaking up the pack of the Nightmares. But still staying on top is Slay West. Danny Longleger is going to call that one off. Start with a power start with time remaining on the clock. Score now 127 to 168. And now with this power start, the pack pushed all the way up to the pivot line yet again. I believe this is going to be a Reanimator. Trying to tiptoe through the outside, gets through without much of an issue, and is going to take the lead jam. Nightmares now lining up. And that was number 17, Booty Vicious. Try to open up some of that pack. Gets called on a penalty. We'll have to report to the box. White Lie back in the mix of it all. Defense turning it up a notch for both of these teams. Ray finally having to be let go. Is going to pick up a grand slam for Penn Jersey. White Lie being recycled back again. Period clock about to run its course, and now we are down to just jammer time remaining 47 seconds. White Lie finally threw initial pass that stashed that star, but that is it. We are now at the unofficial final. We're looking at the score of 127 to 177. Waiting for our officials to make sure everything is all together here, but again, great gameplay. Well, Sean Hale, I didn't see your message just came through on Twitter, and yep, the time has run out. Let's stick around. We got a couple more big bouts coming up here. Once again, great gameplay by both of these teams. Nightmare started off with a little bit of a lead, then after about the first 5 jams of this bout, Penn Jersey took over that lead and never looked back. A few good times though, Nightmares did try to pull ahead, but every time they did, Jersey fired back with some ammunition of their own, keeping ahead of it the entire bout actually after that. Again, shout-outs going to Ray Animator and to Danny Longleger. Fantastic footwork. Same actually goes to Foxy Moneybags and Hit Girl for the Nightmares. Did a great job overall. And our official final is 127 to Central New York's Nightmares, 177 to Penn Jersey She-Devils. And if you're a fan of either of these teams, She-Devils will be back in action tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, going up against the Upper Valley Vixens. Again, the Penn Jersey She-Devils going against Upper Valley Vixens, 9 a.m. tomorrow. And right after that, at 11, is going to be the Nightmares going against Hartford Whalers. So stick around. We're going to have Philadelphia Hooligans against the Quad Follows coming up at 5 o'clock. This is the CAC. I will see you soon.